Alright, today's video is going to be kind of a little hack that we saw on another channel that we'll explain. If you're working on your 20s, 30s, 40s stuff where you've got these body lines or swage lines, whatever you want to call them, I mean a lot of them have them, so it's always hard to kind of rub it back and make it so that it's all nice and neat. This one's pretty good, it's actually pretty straight, but that other body that we were doing, because they'd been handmade and not that well sort of thing, there were different sizes and we wanted to get them all even, so we made a little tool. So let's go through the process and yeah, see how we go. Okay, so what we have here, you can see I've done the replica of the body line off here. So now what I want to do is make a sanding block to suit it. So let me just put the camera fixed and I'll show you. Action. Okay, so here is what we're going to do. So I need to make a sanding block for this. Now the thing that you remember is if I just take the mold off this, you've then got the thickness of the sandpaper, which is, you know, it's like a mil and a half depending on the grade. So what I'm going to do is put smooth packing tape over this. Probably have to put 3 or 4 layers to come up to the same thickness. Otherwise what happens is, you know, like when you start sanding it, it's made it smaller because of the thickness. So I'm going to use the smooth packing tape. I got the idea from Sylvester's Customs. They did a bit of a how-to on it. They used, they had like a vinyl, 3M vinyl or something. Well, I don't have any of that kicking around, so I'm going to try using the packing tape. I'll make a little square with masking tape. I'll mix up body filler, pour it in, and make my sanding block. Let's give it a go and see how it goes. Okay, you can see my cobbled together moulding tape. Now the guys at Sylvester's, instead of using masking tape like I have, they used Play-Doh. I didn't have Play-Doh and I went to Coles and they didn't have any, so I went, this will probably do. I just need to make it so we can form that nice shape for the sanding block, and then when we put our masking tape in there and start sanding the body line, it comes out correctly. All right, let's give this a go.
Just like baking a cake. This is Alan competing for MasterChef. You can see it's quite runny, so at least it's self-leveling now.
Yeah.
And then once he puts sprinkles on the top,
That's it.
it'll be right. And you can see that is quite runny because that's actually eating. You can see it's self-leveling now. So now that's going to get fairly hot too as it reacts. So I think when we watched that video,
Yeah.
I think he pulled it off before it was fully hardened.
Yeah. Let's pull it apart and see what I want to stick my eyes on so I can see.
Eyes.
See if we can get this.
Quite warm, isn't it?
Yes, it is. On a nice chilly day like today,
Use that as a hand warmer.
you could. It's very warm. Get all the layers off.
It's good it's not running out, so that's
That's a good start.
one good thing.
Now this is the big thing. Hopefully it'll just pop off here. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. There you go.
So we probably just give that a little bit of a sand.
And then you can lay the sandpaper
in
it.
Yeah. And then
theoretically, and if we take that over to the actual car.
The actual car, you can't see it, but yeah, like by the time the paper's in there and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should work out quite well. And I'm going to put it down because it's warm.
Is it warm?
It's warm.
Put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's our sanding block that we did, as you can see. So we've ended up taking off the sides here once we sanded it a little bit, just because it started to dig into the flat areas. But if you watch this now, I'll see if I can do this without knocking the camera over. As I sand there, it keeps the shape nice and even. You can still see I've got a little bit to fill here and there, just to finish it off. So that's coming up pretty well. Great little hack. Hopefully it helps someone else out. All right, hope that little sanding block hack helps someone out. But of course, when I did it, and looking back at the video, I realized that I hadn't explained how we actually put that body line in. So I made myself a little template like that. And I'll show you how we put that body line in. There's not a lot of audio, mainly because it was mostly me swearing, but it went all right. Check it out. All right, so what we're gonna have to try and do here is these swage lines on this, they're kind of all over the place. They're high, they're low, they're not straight, and we need to get them nice and straight. So here, no, we didn't make the body, so someone else has. Yeah, so what we've done here, I've clamped this to give me a guide, and I've made a special tool. So here we go. So this is the theory. There, body filler, drag it back. So you can see as, well, it's probably hard to see in the video, but as you get to the end, it's hardly anything. But in the middle, it's quite a bit. So, and then we've obviously got to then line it through there, and it's miles out on that bit here, like way out. Yeah. So let's give it a go. We've got our straight edge. I won't run audio because I think there'll be a lot of swearing. So that's how it's come out. First time I've tried that. Seen it done, never tried it myself. Couple of lessons, but I think it's come out pretty good. Like, at least it's now pretty straight. See, we've sort of done this other side door. Now, the only bit left is this one, which is probably the worst bit for shape. So hopefully you can sort of see what we're dealing with. And I'll do it now, and hopefully it looks better. All right, hopefully that's of some use to someone, or maybe get some tips and everything like that. Like I say, we're still trying to learn as we go. Thanks to the guys from Sylvester's Customs, they did some of the stuff that we talked about. If you like what we're doing, like, subscribe, hit notifications and all that sort of stuff. See you next time.